Okay, part two on manifesting things in my life. So this was the part two that I was going to tell you about manifesting a yacht ride in Miami. So I told you how the first one happened. Now this is how the second one happened. So at the end of that last video, I was like, and on my next trip, I wanted to go on a bigger yacht. And that did happen. Crazy story on how that worked. So I actually went back to Miami a year or two. I think it was like 2 years after that, the first yacht trip, and it wasn't for a business event. I actually had a tummy tuck and a breast lift, and during that time, I was healing. I was there for 3 months. So not only was there for prep, because I had to get my iron levels up. And this was very last minute. I was down there and they were like, listen, your iron levels are super low. You need to up your iron and we could squeeze you in another month from now. But after that, you're going to have to wait like until like next year. And I'm like, not happening. I spent all this money. I want to get this done. I'm ready and I'm here. And I spent all this money to get down here and plan this, and it was a big thing because I have kids, I have pets, and I had to pay for the RV park and the time off and everything. And so I was like, okay, I gotta get my iron up. So I was eating like everything with iron in. I was taking iron pills. I was getting my blood tested every few days to make sure my out levels were going up. So during that time, I was let's see, was it before? Yeah, it was right before, right? I had to think. Okay, so I hadn't yet had surgery. My surgery was like a week away, and I got a phone call, and it was just like, hey, that travel club that I was talking about or that I've been a part of, and I was like, what travel club? Wait, you're a part of travel club, and I was like, wait, is this the travel club that I was a part of like 2 years ago? Did they relaunch or what was going on? And so basically that was the conversation. It was just like, hey, did I tell you about the travel club? And I'm like, what travel club? I'm like, wait, is this the same travel club that I think that you're talking about? And so it ended up it was the same travel club. It was new owners and everything. It's an MLM, and I've been a part of it ever since 2019. But then they shut down for COVID, and then they relaunched. Anyways, long story short. So I'm there and I'm talking to him and it's like, yeah, can you come to the launch party? And I'm like, where's the launch party? And they're like, well, it's in Fort Lauderdale. And I'm like, I'm literally 6 miles from Fort Lauderdale right now. Like, I'm staying at this RV park. It's only 6 miles away. Like, what time, what day? Because I'm thinking, oh my God, there's no way I'm going to be able to do this because I got my surgery in another week from now. And he's like, it's like Thursday. And it was like, at the time, it was like Sunday. And I was like, you mean it's like in like 4 days from now? I was like, well, how much is it? And he's like, well, I can get you in for free. So you don't have to pay nothing, just show up. And I'm just like, okay, it costs me nothing. Like, yeah, you get a free dinner and everything's paid for, and I can't go, so go. And I'm just like, all right. So I went and I got a great meal. I met a whole bunch of people, and it was a lot of fun. It was a mega yacht. It was like 3 stories, I think, or kind of been four, but there was like a dining area on the bottom, and the middle area was like more dining, and then it was like a bar deck. They had a bar, and then a whole dance floor and lots of seating, and then I think there was one other level, but that was only for like the pilot, not the pilot, but the ship captain and stuff. But yeah, really cool. So it was a mega yacht. And it was the first time I was ever on a mega yacht. But yeah, I manifested it. So it's cool how things work out.